reflections of new ideas is reflection. New things that call is reflection. How do you go out from here? To start the closing session, I invite the heads of tables, any of the head tables or table heads, I never know how to call them.
Only once the project table, and then there were too many people, so we didn't continue. But the main issue that we talked over there was about how to make project real project, practical project, like we discuss all the time. But what we try to discuss is what's the goal of such project. And what we came to the conclusion is that such meetings are very nice because we convince each other, but most of us are convinced. So we need to find the opportunity of convincing the people behind us, whether it's Arab or Palestinian. And we talked about opportunities of bringing people together, which people who don't come just for the peace, but let's say ideas were mentioned like having food festival, or having a concert, or playing together, or a journey for the families. But I think we should talk about the goal. What do we want to achieve from such meeting? And we don't want to achieve us talking to ourselves again on the same topics that we do all the time, but we want to look back and see how we convince other people, and that's the way to look at what you say.
Exactly, continuing what Roni said about activities of getting to know each other, this sort of triggers something that we talked about on the education table. I think when we wrote the questions for the issue of education, personally I was sort of obsessed with, I thought it was very important for each side to learn the other side's narrative and know that it exists and understand it. And we talked, I was in two sessions about education, and I think I really opened up to another perspective or other ideas, that it doesn't have to be that. It can be more learning and about the other side in a non-confrontational way, or not necessarily talking about politics, but more about culture and people. So it's exactly, I think, the same kind of attitude, which is something new to think about.
Yeah, okay. From discussions that we had, the general idea that we all had, that we all came to this activity, and such activities are important for the need of interaction and human communication, meeting with the other side face to face, and which make it a better way to understand and to learn. Another thing that we found out, that what the other side, these two sides knows about each other's is basically based on untrue data. And even though those information are true, they are contributing negatively in the way that each side is viewing the other side. Also, we talked about what ways that can bring more people together, more civilians together, and the way of using business and financial issues like bringing money, bringing income, can make people really accept each other's and bring them more together. Because if you give someone a source of income, he will be happy, and he will more willing to open his mind and to understand the other side that he's dealing with. For the education, we both sides agree that anything that relates to the other side is less important, even regarding to the language. It's always comes on the bottom of the list. Other things regarding to history, regarding to religion, other cultural things are not that known, not that much known, and there isn't much knowledge about all of that. Each side is viewing the other side as a mirror. So what one of them might have, you can find the same on the other side, and which is more a kind of stereotypes. Thank you. Who's else?
Okay, I'm Eyal Raviv, and I had the table for internet. how do we use the internet to promote peace and dialogue? The questions really helped us in our dialogue, because really the entire discussion came down to two things: peace and dialogue. And I see that peace represents the information that we want to share with the people, and the dialogue refers to the communication that we want to promote. We got perspectives from Palestinians, perspectives from Israelis and internationals, and on a personal note, I feel fortunate because, you know, I have a lot of responsibility for the site, giving you the best, the most that it could, and sometimes I feel like I have a lot of ideas in my head, but I don't know what other people are thinking. And today I know what other people are thinking. So thank you for sharing that. Translation. People said it's not enough to speak in English. We need to translate. And we also have people that are willing to do this translation. Moad said, why just translate? There's people, Arab speakers, that are not on MePeace, that need to know this content in Arabic. So I will take content from MePeace, translate into Arabic, and put it on other sites so that other Arab speakers can find out what's happening on MePeace. And I thought that's wonderful. It's taking us a step forward. So that's an example for you.
Just regarding the internet table, when I was there, I think Anas suggested that that it will be practical to like make it like a list of people, or a table of some sort, like a name, and I need something, like for people to say what they need, like, and have a problem, like write down their problem and ask for help, like real help, and people can come back to them, like make a page of requests and problems and something to solve problems on the internet. And I thought that that sounded very good and practical, and could come of use.